Hi everyone, Monique here with Little Gems Creations 1. Today we're going to be doing a Christmas ball cover with crochet. And we're going to start that in just a moment. Hi everyone, Monique here with Little Gems Creations 1. Today we are going to be doing a Christmas ball cover. So you are going to need some crochet thread. Okay, now my grandmother used to do all kinds of doilies, and I don't know what this is, but when she passed on, I inherited a lot of her yarn, and this big ball of thread was in it. So we're going to use that, and it is really thin. We're going to use a 7.5 millimeter crochet hook. You're going to need a pair of scissors, a darning needle, and of course a Christmas ball. Now, the Christmas ball I'm using, I would call a medium size. If you need this to fit a smaller or a larger ball, probably not too much smaller, but it's not going to fit one of those ginormous balls. It's just one of the little ones like this. Okay, so let's get started. We are going to cross our thread, and then we are going to chain 6. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to go back into that first chain and slip stitch, and then we are going to chain up 3. Now we are not counting this chain up 3 as a stitch, okay? Now we're going to put 12 double crochets, and we're catching our tail. We're going to put 12 double crochets in the hole there that we've created, okay? So to do a double crochet, yarn over into the space, grab your yarn, pull through, yarn over, through 2 loops, yarn over, through 2 loops. That's a double crochet. And when I say catching my tail, I'm working it along my chain here at the back. Yarn over, into the loop, catch that tail, pull through, yarn over through 2 loops, yarn over through 2 loops. So you want 12 double crochets in this circle, and then meet me back. Okay, so I've got my 12 double crochet. Now I'm going to slip stitch in that third chain from our chain up 3. Okay, slip stitch. Now I'm going to chain up 3 again. Okay, so now we're going to chain 3 more. 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip that first stitch. We're going to do a double crochet into the next stitch. Okay. Then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Skip a stitch. Go into the next stitch. Then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, oops. 1, 2, 3. Skip 1 stitch. Go into the next stitch. We're going to do this all the way around, okay? So do that until you get to the other side, and then meet me back. Okay, so on my last double crochet, I'm going to chain 3, and then I'm going to attach it into the third chain with a slip stitch. And I don't have a pattern for this, I just made it up last night while I was sitting around. Okay, so now we're going to chain up 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Okay, chain up 3. And then we are going to do a double crochet in that same chain. It's going to be a bit tight, but you can make it work. Okay. And then we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to put, oh, no, sorry. We're not doing a double. We're just doing the chain up 3. Then we're going to chain 5. Sorry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to put 2 double crochet in the space. 1, 2, chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to do a double crochet in the stitch. Okay. Then we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're just going to repeat. So we'll do 2 in this space, 1 in this, 2 in the space, chain 5, 1 in the stitch, chain 5, 2 in the space. And we're going to do that all the way around. Okay? Meet me back. Okay, so I did my 2 in the space, I chained my 5, and now I'm going into the 3rd chain on the chain up. Sorry, it's kind of hard to get to. I'm working around a camera here. Okay, so we're slip stitching into that. Whoa, I lost it. Okay, let's try again. There we go. And then we pull through there, pull through there. Okay, so now we are going to, let's see. This is, we're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to do 4 double crochet because the chain up 3 in this instance, since counting as a stitch, we're doing 4 double crochet in this space. 3, 4. And then without anything, we're just dumping to the next space. Are we? Hold on. 4 double crochet. Yeah, we did 4, chain up 3, 4, chain 3, and then we're doing 5 double crochet in the next space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and here's what we're gonna remember. So whenever we have our 2 double crochet below, when we go to the next space, we're going to chain 3. But when we only have the 1 double crochet post, we're just going to go into the next space with no chains and do another 5 double crochet in the next space. Got that? So we'll do 5 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we've got the 2 posts. So here we're going to do a chain 3. 1, 2, 3 to get over the 2 posts, and then we're going to do 5 in the space, 5 in the space. Do you get what I'm doing? So that's the pattern for this round. So you do that and meet me back. Okay, so I've done that all the way around. Now I'm going to slip stitch in my chain 3. Okay. It's so hard with this yarn thread. Okay. I'm just going to pull this big so I can show you what we've got so far. So here's what we've got, and yes, it's going to curl, but that's okay because that's going to be around the ball and it'll make it work just perfect, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to chain up 1, and we're going to do 5 single crochets in each stitch. So 1, 2, the chain up 1 counted as 1, 3, 4, so plus the chain 1 is 5. Okay, now we are going to do a single crochet in the space. We are going to chain 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now, if you are using a smaller ball, like if you make this and you decide that it's too much in length, then just next time you make it with 12. I made it with 12 last night and I found it didn't quite, it was a very tight fit around the ball and I was worried about breaking it, so I'm going 14 today. Okay, then I'm going to do a single crochet back in that space, and now I'm going to do 5 single crochets in those stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now on this at this fifth single crochet, I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to go back into that very first chain, and this is called a picot or a picot, whatever. So you go in there and then you slip stitch, and then we're going to continue with 5 single crochets on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's do this pattern again. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a single crochet into the space. We're going to chain 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're going to single crochet back into that space, and then we're going to do 5 single crochets in the next stitches. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to do a picot, which is chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, go into that first chain that you did and do a slip stitch, and you're just giving like a little bump there. And then we're doing 5 single crochets, 1 in those stitches, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and repeat that all the way around. Okay, so I'm going to make my loop big, and this is what we're getting. Okay, so we did our 5, our picot, our 5, our chain of 14, and repeat. Okay, so do that all the way around and then meet me back. When you get there, you should be doing a picot, and then we're just gonna slip stitch into that stitch. Okay, we're gonna cut a tail, pull our tail through our loop, and there we go. Okay, so there's the cover. So now get your darning needle, and we are going to, now if you did your center tail right, when you pull it, oh, let's get the needle on first. Afraid my thread. Who does that? Obviously I do. Okay, so get your needle on. There we go. Okay, now if you did your center right, when you pull this, it should pull tight, which mine did. And if yours didn't, no big deal. Just use the thread to sew up the hole. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just using the thread to go around and secure the hole so it doesn't unravel. And I'm just going around in circles, and I go a little bit back from where I started the stitch, and then I go forward past where I started the stitch, and then I go a bit back and then a bit forward. And we're just gonna do that until you feel like it's nice and secure, and we'll snip. Okay, and then the tail from the outside, we're just, again, thread your needle. Oh, I did it again. How is that possible? Thread your needle. Oh my goodness. Okay, so maybe go with a bigger needle if you're having the struggles I am. There we go. Okay, and we're just gonna weave this through the stitches. We're not going through to the other side. We're just staying on this side of the stitches. And don't pull too tight. You don't want it to pucker. And we're just gonna hide this, do a few stitches. I never work my tail into my crochet because I find that if you pull and tug, that wherever you had your tail starts to unweave from your stitches, and I don't like that when I have ends sticking out, so I don't do that. Okay, and then we snip. And next it's time to put on the ball, so I'll be right back. Okay, so here's my Christmas ball. Now I'm gonna take a good length of thread, and here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take out my Christmas ball for right now. Okay, without twisting, I'm gonna go in from the back, out the front with my thread. In from the back, out through the front. In through the back, out through the front. In through the back, out through the front. Until I get this laced up, okay? In from the back, out through the front. I want to keep it threaded though. I don't want to pull it out the other end. Okay, in through the back, out through the front, all the way to the other side, okay? So now this is our good side. So we want, without unthreading it, we want that part on the bottom, okay? Now, this is where it gets tricky. You need extra hands. We're gonna put the ball in the center. Whoops! And pulling both sides of your thread, you're going to start bringing this up around the bulb. Okay? See what we're doing here? Okay. So this is what it's starting to look like. Okay? So you want to manipulate these so they're evenly spaced. Okay? And you're going to want to pull this. I'm going to put a little bit of a, not a knot, but just the starting of a knot. And we're going to start to pull it tighter and tighter. Now what happened to me last night was that I had made these too small. And I could not get them to join nicely at the top. Because you really got to pull. Really, really got to pull. And it's so tricky because you don't want to break your thread. But at the same time, you want this to eventually get tight up to the collar of the bulb. So, and you gotta maneuver it around, right? Keep maneuvering it. There we go. So I'll move these around. Sorry, I'm trying not to go out of frame. So you see how close I'm getting just by maneuvering these things around, and I almost have it tied solid. So as soon as you get it tight enough, we have to figure out how to tie it into a permanent knot. Okay, and see what I do. There, see, that's what we want. Now we've got to tie this, and this is where it helps if you have an extra set of hands. So see how nice and tight that is? Okay, so we want to make it a permanent knot without it loosening. Oh my gosh. You know what? What if I go around? Oops. Yeah, let's try going around both threads. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Come back here. And we'll do another, but on the opposite side. So you see what I did there? I ran around twice. No, that's not going to work. Is it? No, because it's not nice and tidy anymore. Okay, let's undo that. We'll go back to what we had over here. Okay, move those around. What have I done? There we go. Okay, so see, we want it nice and snug like that. How am I going to tie this? But this is what you want. This is what you want it to look like. So I'm going to try. Oh, see, it loosened. Okay, so I've got it ready to go. Isn't this funny? Wow. See, because I want it nice and tight. I don't think it'll work. Will it? Okay, so we want it nice and tight without those all coming to the center. Oh, and I broke my thread. So, and this was a struggle I had last night, was that it wasn't quite long enough. So I'm thinking next time go 16. This time I did 14, so next time go 16 on these long ones. So here's what I did last night. I chained 70. Okay, So we're going to do that again. I'm going to chain 70, and then I'm going to go and do a slip stitch through all 70 stitches, okay? So do that and meet me back and I'll show you what I did with that. Okay. I did a chain of 70 and then I came back and I slip stitched in every one of the chains. Now I'm going to put my tail through my loop and pull tight. Then I'm just going to tie these two ends together. Okay. Now you have a choice. You can weave these in, or I'm just going to cut them. Okay. Now let's try this whole thing again, and you're going to see the difference. So this is the right side, so we're going in from the back, out the front, in from the back, out the front, in from the back, out the front. And we're going to do the same thing, but our lace is shorter, so don't pull it through like the other end. You know what I'm saying here? Okay, so see? There they are. Okay, we're just going to move those loops a bit. And then we're going to put in our Christmas ball. And we are going to try all this again. Now, again, you're going to want to manipulate the loops. And it'll be a bit harder because it's bumpy. Okay. Manipulate those loops. Get them where you want them to be. And try not to break your bulb. Okay. And keep your laces about the same length. You see what's happening here though? So even if it doesn't pull tight, it still looks pretty because it matches the ropes on the sides. Okay, so manipulate those, put them where they need to be. Make sure your laces are staying the same size. Okay, again, manipulate. So this one's too close. And then this one's too close. There we go. So now you, without catching you're gonna make a teeny, you're gonna pull it tight. Oh, I'm working around a camera, so it makes it difficult. Pull it tight, and now we're gonna do our bow. Okay. There we go. And then you can move the ball around, you can move your loops around, you can move the top around. And there you go. You have made this cute little ornament. See? And if you want, you can put ribbon in it or beads or whatever you prefer. You can mess with your bow, which I will probably do for a good little while here. And if you want to make it permanent, just put a dab of glue on that bow so your knot doesn't come undone. But look, isn't that cute? And your little peacocks. Right? There you go. And there is your Christmas bulb, your covered Christmas bulb. I don't Here's the best angle. There you go. So hit the like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the little bell for notifications. I do usually post new videos on Thursdays. Sometimes the bell doesn't let you know. So if you are looking for a new video, look on Thursday. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye now.